Uh, quite unusual for me to stray quite so far from Ariston, but I did get an invitation from that Aiden fellow. Said he wanted to discuss a certain business venture with me, so I've got to do my best to keep my allies pleased and happy. This must be the place. It seems to be still under construction. Hello?
Yeah, the only thing... Oh, hello?
May I come in?
Yes, of course. Hello.
Eris, welcome. It's
Aiden.
wonderful to see you.
Good to see you again. It's been a while since the masquerade.
It has. How are you faring?
Oh, doing quite well, you know. Ariston has grown quite a lot, I think, since last you saw it.
Oh, really? How so?
Oh, just more buildings going up, houses and the likes. It's really starting to feel like a town, I would say.
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear it.
I just realized I don't need my umbrella.
That is true. This is well covered, insulated. Dahlia here was telling me about the how the glowberries they help protect the place from pollution. Yes.
Yeah, since they're natural and spawn in caves more, they don't give off any pollution whatsoever.
Oh, I see. That's quite ingenious.
Thank you. Also, I figured it fit the vibe, almost.
Certainly, yes. It's very, very charming location.
Thank you.
I should also introduce you. Aristide, this is Dahlia, my associate.
Hello.
A pleasure.
I've gone in with her on this venture of a little cafe, and I thought it'd be nice to try out the food with someone.
Quite.
Suppose.
Well, we do have a menu for whenever you're ready.
Oh yes, by all means, please do introduce me.
Yes, there's just one. We just don't have the hot chocolate because cocoa beans are rather hard to come by.
Okay, we should work with that. Yes.
They're just difficult to find.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we've come across some in. I mean, I've been going quite a few places. I'm sure I've come across some at some point. I just need to go rifle through my things.
Mm-hmm.
That does seem rather appetizing. So what you have so far?
Thank you. Would you like to sit down or have something to eat or drink?
I think I will. Yes. Care to join me, Aiden?
Yes, that sounds wonderful. Where would you like to sit?
Perhaps over here would be suitable.
Oh.
What would you guys like?
I don't remember the menu. Could I see it again?
Yes, of course.
I would like the BLT. Thank you very much.
Those are one of the things we don't have quite yet. I'm so sorry. We do have egg sandwiches, though.
Yes, I think that would be agreeable, yes.
Okay.
I could go for some apple cider.
Okay.
Wonderful, thank you.
Of course.
So, how...
Oh, jeez. I know this... Can you eat?
I technically can't, but I don't want to disappoint them.
No, it's alright. I realize this could be a bit awkward. They needed help pricing food here, and I've only recently begun being able to eat it, and I needed someone else to come and help price things, I suppose. You were the first person who came to mind. Oh,
I'm flattered.
Here you go. And here is your sandwich.
Ah,
I'm gonna head upstairs to review some things, but I'll leave you guys to it.
thank you very much.
thank you.
No, I'm so sorry, but this
Don't-
really isn't doing it for me.
You do not have to eat it. I think she should be up there for a while.
I realized I forgot to ask Dahlia for the pronouns. That's.
I believe. No, it's all right. I believe she uses she and they. One second. I have it written down somewhere in my notes. Apparently, I must have missed it. But yes, I do believe those are the yes, she and they.
All right. Well, speaking of which, how have things been in your territory?
They've been all right. Not much has changed. Yeah, so we've had some interesting increases in technology lately, which has been wonderful, I think.
That sounds quite interesting. Perhaps we should talk
Yeah.
more about that some other time. I wouldn't want to bore you.
It's nothing is boring with you, but yeah, so that wasn't necessarily my intention with this. So your territory, you said there are more buildings and such going up. Any of a specific kind?
Well, mainly we've been adding houses to the town. There is a whole road network going around town hall now, and we have a town square with a fountain. It's starting to feel rather
sounds awful.
homely, I would say. Yes.
That's wonderful. Are you expecting an influx of newcomers?
I'm rather hoping for it. Truth be told, I would have expected more arrivals by now already, but I suppose we are a rather far-flung corner of the world.
So, yes, I think we all are, in a way. It would be so much easier for trade if we had some sort of interconnectivity and easier way to get from place to place. I spent so long just wandering and scarcely stumbling into anyone.
Yes, quite. Well, I'm rather embarrassed to admit it, but we have a train station in Ariston, one of the first buildings I had commissioned from my architects when we arrived, and we still don't have a railway line connecting to it, which is rather an embarrassment, but I hope to get that fixed soon enough.
Well, perhaps one of the first stops can be, my territory.
Yes. I was rather hoping we could connect some sort of, how should I put it, some sort of infrastructure connection between us to further help trade.
Yes, that would be, most, important, I think, for both of us. People, I mean.
Yes, quite. Young fledgling nations.
Yes. I don't know, there's something about this one, though. I feel like we might actually be able to get it to work.
I hope so too, for the sake of both of us. And your sibling, Nadia, I believe their name was. How are they getting on?
Fine. Addie, as always. Not much changed recently.
I haven't seen any of my siblings in a very long time. I suppose they're very busy in the old center of vampire civilization.
You have siblings?
A few. The Du Chastelet clan is quite numerous, but also quite far-flung across many lordships and territories that are our responsibility.
Wonderful. Me and my sibling have just been us for almost as long as we can remember. Don't know if I could imagine being somewhere without it.
Yes, I suppose having someone you know and trust near you at all times is a priceless asset.
Yes, I think it is.
Much in the same way that having allies is.
Yes, absolutely. A very powerful resource and tool, I suppose.
Quite, yes. And, well, I'm still a little bit concerned about the fact that hunters were able to infiltrate our little masquerade, so I'm trying to keep more of an eye on their faction and hoping that, why, you could help me with that. Sort of an exchange of information, shall we say?
Yes, I would. I also had a run-in with the leader of that faction a bit ago. He was, not necessarily... He seemed to want peace. At least he professed to. I don't entirely know if I believe it, though.
Yes, I wouldn't put my money on it, shall we say.
Yes, me either.
An entire faction dedicated to wiping us off the face of the planet. No, I don't believe that he'll sue for peace quite so easily.
That was my thought. Exactly. I'd attempted to meet him under false pretenses, but it quickly devolved, and regardless, the way that I attempted to come at it was unsuccessful, and he realized what we were doing. But it was alright, we got out, and yes, that was when he tried to broker peace.
So, how are you guys doing?
Oh, hi, hello. We're wonderful, thank you.
Awesome.
The food's been
Perhaps even a...
very delicious. Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. If you guys like, I can go grab you some cookies or something.
Oh, could I perhaps have one of those apple ciders that Aiden had?
Yes, of course. Aiden,
I'll
do you
take
want...
a cookie.
Okay. We have honey and sweet berry.
Blueberry sounds delicious.
Awesome.
Are you quite a sweet tooth yourself with your newfound ability to consume human food?
Well, I will say I do love a good steak. However, there's something that's just so unique about sweetness. You know?
Yes, I've tasted quite a few sweet.
Here you go.
Thank you very
And I'm just gonna go for a little walk if you guys need anything.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
I was about to say, I've tasted quite a few sweet drops of blood in my time. There is a difference, you know, there's quite a range of flavors blood can have. It really depends on the person.
Oh? What kind of flavors do you find most appealing?
A fine sugary blood type from a person who is healthy, well-lived. Tastes a world of difference from someone who, well, lives a very unhealthy lifestyle.
I suppose that makes sense. So much important nutrients and whatnot are carried throughout our blood.
Quite.
Oh! What did... Let me see if there's something I can get to clean that up. Are you alright?
I'm not sure what I was expecting.
Let me see if I can clean that up.
It's quite alright.
No, I think we don't want Dahlia to feel as if her food is not up to standard. Here, I think I have something. Yes, here, this'll do. Alright. Here, let's get you cleaned up here. We don't want your suit to get all
Thank you.
dirty.
Thank you.
No. And you can keep it too in case that happens again.
I'm afraid I've made rather a fool of myself there.
No, it's alright. I also was incredibly curious about the taste of human food. Never tasted right before. I didn't know we could taste human food, but Addie told me after it leveled up, and it was wonderful.
Yes, I'm afraid I can't say I'm too familiar with the health and anatomy of a werewolf, but perhaps you might teach me a thing or two in due course, out of curiosity, of course.
Yeah, that would be nice, I think. I'm also unfamiliar with the anatomy of a vampire, I suppose. I've read things in books, but never actually got to see it in action, I suppose.
Yes, so many things are written about vampires, and, well, let's just say quite a lot of the hunter's propaganda has gotten mixed in with it.
Yes, unfortunately. There were so many books that described vampires as these monsters with horrific fangs. And I'd turn a page and they described werewolves as, insane beasts. And that's usually when I burn the book and move on.
I do hope our gracious host is enjoying their walk.
I hope so too. Yes. I wonder if we should go check on them.
Yes, I think that would be best.
Yes, perhaps. Let's see. It is a bit dark. Let's see. Dahlia.
Yes.
Let me see if I can find you. 1 second.
I'm right here. I'm right over here.
Oh, wonderful. Are you alright?
Oh.
Oh, they may.
I think we're struggling a little bit.
Perhaps a bit. Oh, did you get them all?
Just the one.
No, there's another.
Come
Perhaps
hither,
we
you
should-
fool. I believe they're getting stuck on the roof.
I would agree. Here, we can go up to the roof. As long as you're alright with that.
Yeah, of course. It's just not done.
That is alright. Actually, probably aid us in wanting to dispose of these creatures. Oh, the sun will get to them first.
The sun.
You should umbrella.
Yes. I thought of it just in time. Oh, I see. So this is
Won't you
also
get
going
it?
to become a sort of eating establishment.
Not entirely sure yet, but it's gonna become something. Possibly a library or...
A library could be interesting.
It would just be
I'd agree.
possibly difficult to get all the books, but it would be nice.
Yeah. It's very well located as well, I think.
Thank you.
I suppose a corner so far flung in this world might also do well with some accommodations, like a sort of inn or a tavern.
Yes.
I was thinking about having bedrooms up here for almost an inn.
Mm-hmm.
An inn could do nicely as well. Nice. But
You know, for travelers or things of that sort.
you know that railway we were speaking of? Perhaps we could find a way to bring it here as well.
In due course, yes, I think that would be a good possibility.
Danny,
do believe I-
are there
No, go
other
ahead.
people nearby? I feel like we've talked about this before, but I can't quite remember.
There's the stupid hunter village up there, which I despise, but that's
Oh, I see
almost
what
about
you
it.
mean.
Yeah, not the best people that I care to interact with.
I'd drink to that.
Indeed. But otherwise, not many people?
No, not many at all.
Oh.
Just me and my horse.
You have a horse? I don't think
Yeah.
you told me about this.
She's somewhat. I've had her since I was a child, so
Oh, so she's getting up there in age.
yeah.
Poor thing.
I do believe I should go get my stuff.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Let's hear. Would you like accompaniment? That way you don't.
I think I
essentially
should be
get
okay.
hurt. All right.
I'll leave you two to it.
I hope she didn't find it suspicious that I had to pull out the umbrella when we were on the roof.
Eris, your eyes glow red.
That is... yes, that is a very good point.
I think from the moment she stepped in, she was aware. I will say, though, I've been doing my best to keep her away from knowledge of my role in the werewolves.
That's good at least. She should have at least one person she can trust.
Trust, I suppose. It's an invaluable tool.
I quite agree.
Regardless, though, I think this place will serve as an important place in the future. I know there's that one pesky hunter village over there, but as soon as we...
That is regrettable, but... Oh well. When run well, I'm sure this place will attract many more people here, as good businesses
I think so. Indeed, and it's far enough away that I think some sort of neutral ground could be found here. Some place where people of different groups could meet on equal footing.
Yes, it might be an interesting idea to establish some sort of embassy, shall we say, in this place.
Indeed.
And that being said, I might as well offer up one of these houses I mentioned in Ariston to you to set up a werewolf embassy, shall we say.
Oh, a werewolf embassy.
And
Does that mean I
hopefully-
should build some embassies in my neck of the woods? I don't think you've visited yet either.
That is
We should
true.
remedy that.
Yes, I would love to see how what the werewolf territory looks like these days.
I will say it has not come along nearly as much as I'd hoped. But it's a work in progress. We have a windmill now.
Oh, wonderful. Had you had the chance to come up with a name for your place yet?
No, unfortunately not. As wonderful as your name sounds as a town name, I don't think Aidenville would sound very appealing.
Oh, I don't know. It could work. Then again, I'm not sure how werewolf politics work in relation to the vampire politics, because I'm pretty much free to name the town whatever I want, but I'm not sure if the werewolves work in much the same way.
We tend to be much more clan-based. Trying to get us to work together on anything is a nightmare. Also, I think our host may need assistance. Shall we go and rescue her?
I think that would be wise, yes.
Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, is everything alright?
Yeah, I saw hunters earlier, and
Are they still here?
yeah, I just get
Where?
nervous.
They really are
Right over here.
nuisance, aren't they?
I'll just be
Indeed.
careful. I believe it was a
Oh, I
vampire
see.
hunter.
Oh, yes, okay, well, I suppose... No more.
Thank you.
Excellent.
They have successfully been evicted.
Yeah, hunters are not my favorite.
No, I don't think they're anyone's.
Not the best people, in my opinion, but
And you know, I was just talking to Aiden about how your business could attract more people to settle in this area, and looking around, this really is quite a lovely piece of land for just that.
oh, thank you.
Indeed. Your closeness
you
to
want-
the ocean as well is wonderful.
Yeah, if you ever want to build anything over here, just feel free.
It's wonderful. How considerate. Might need to do some terraforming,
Yeah.
depending on the size of the structure, but do you think it would be a wonderful place?
I think so. Have more businesses over here and more people living here. Starting to feel more
That
like
makes sense.
home.
I'm glad. So, we were supposed to be helping you figure out the price of items, weren't we?
Yeah, but I may have lost the menu and this and
Oh,
all
no.
that, but we can always make
Well,
another.
Yes, okay, well, we can go back and try and attempt to help, if you'd like.
Hmm.
Would you be open to that?
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, I'll have to check chests and all that, but
Yeah,
I'd be
I
open.
can go help.
oh, before we head back, Eris, could I talk to you for a second?
Oh, certainly, if you wish.
So, I can tell you guys kind of like each other, and it's obvious that Aiden likes you.
Well, I can understand that you might fall for that impression, but let me assure you, Mr. Lupercal and I, well, we are the political leaders. We have a certain professional standard to maintain. If it seems like
And-
there's anything more than that, then I'm afraid.
There's a certain look you give each other. And I know I just met you, and with all due respect, I've known Aiden for a little bit, not too long, but I've never seen that look in his eye.
I see.
You get the same look when you talk to him or look at him.
Curious. Anyway, shall we head back?
Of course. We're back.
Wonderful. I am unfortunately indisposed at the moment.
Is something wrong?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Dahlia, it's you can stay downstairs. Actually,
Okay.
It's full moon. I didn't realize it was a full moon today. I apologize. Here, there's the book I was working on for the menu, and I'll stay up here for the evening, I suppose. Sorry, I didn't mean for you to see me like this. It's not, or anyone really. This is really not convenient. And of course, there's.
Just one more, no, two more.
Two more, yes. There we are. Okay, and the final. Oh, there it is. No, is there more? I think that should be fine. Okay, I'll just stay here. It's fine. You could go down and help her finish the menu, and I can come down when I'm feeling better. You say it's nausea.
Quite.
Maybe, I don't know.
I suppose this is one story about werewolves that I now know to be true from first-hand experience.
Yes, it's one of the more unfortunate aspects of our curse. State of being. I'm supposed to call it a curse.
Well, if it's...
There's more of them.
Yeah. Conics, work your magic, thank you. Well, if it sets your mind at ease, trust me when I say that I don't think any lesser of you, seeing you now as you are.
Thank you.
Still quite handsome, dare I say.
Thank you.
Do you know,
I think.
Dahlia said the strangest thing to me. Well, no, I suppose it doesn't really matter.
No, what?
Well, she had this notion that because we spend so much time together, then that there must be something more between us than political allies and everything that entails.
What? Okay.
I know, I was quite in disbelief myself when I heard the suggestion.
Yes, I suppose it is quite shocking. If you don't, I understand wanting to keep work and private life separate.
Well, I suppose that's rather difficult when you think about the fact that this visit that we're having now sort of can be seen as a, shall we say, a date?
I like that. Only if you would as well, though.
I think I would call it that, yes.
Wonderful. Then I
After
guess.
all, this still technically isn't the dinner you'd promised me earlier.
It's not. I'd have to bring you to my neck of the woods for that.
I'm certainly looking forward to that.
I suppose. It's a date then.
It's a date. I'll give the menu back and tell them that you're feeling a little unwell.
Wonderful. I'll get back down there as soon as I can.
Of course.
Thank you.
Hello.
I wanted to give you the menu that Aiden started on, so
Thank
you
you.
could fill in the rest of it.
Awesome.
Also,
Thank you.
they're feeling a little under the weather right now, shall we say. Nothing to do with your food.
I hope
of
everything's
course.
okay.
Everything about the food
Oh.
was so wonderful, but no, shall we say it's more of a seasonal weather-related thing.
Well, I hope everything's okay.
Oh, it should be fine by tomorrow morning.
Good.
But I would just like to say thank you very much for this, for all the food and receiving us. It's been very enlightening, shall we say.
Of course. Glad I could bring some things to light, so to speak.
Yes, one might say that. Anyway, could I have one more of those sweet berry biscuits?
Yes, of course. Here you go.
Ah, very, very delicious. Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, of course.
So, had any customers yet?
We
Aside
haven't had
from
our
us?
grand opening.
Ah,
No, not really.
Yes, I'm certainly looking forward to the grand opening. When that happens, you should re-invite me,
Yes, of course.
and I'm sure Mr. Luper.
I'm sure it would make Aiden happy for you to have you. I'm sure it would make Aiden happy to have you there.
Quite. I would think so. Very well. I think I'll just see how Aiden is doing.
Yes, of course.
I should be good to go in a few minutes.
I can see the sun coming up at least.
Hopefully. It's still. We can't change our form out of this until daylight on full moons.
At least that should be very soon. And then I think it'd be best that we leave this Dahlia to filling in the menu while we make our
Yes, I suppose that would probably. Oh, there we are.
swift gear.
Freedom.
Perfect.
There we go. Much better.
Which is also my cue for opening up the old trusty umbrella.
Indeed. Yes, we should probably leave Dahlia to be. Yes.
Quite.
Thank you for coming here.
Of course, it's been a great pleasure for me.
I'm glad.
Feeling better, Aiden?
A bit. I am still under the weather, unfortunately. My seasonal the allergies, they've just been kicking me in the ass, and I apologize. I didn't mean to.
Oh, no worries. I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Of course.
I think with that, though, it was probably best for me and Eris to be leaving.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, though.
Thank you very
course.
much for your hospitality. It's been wonderful.
I'm glad I could be a good hostess.
I'll be sure to stop by with some more supplies as soon as I'm feeling better.
Good. Go rest up.
Thank you.
Hmm?
Shall we?
Of course, of course.
Did I do a convincing job of playing sick?
I think she bought it, yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, goodness. Are there any forms of being a vampire that you just can't stand?
Well, aside from our natural allergy to sunlight, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, well, we can't change into our bat form in sunlight as well, obviously. I can't hold this umbrella while I'm a bat.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Although I suppose that does make sense. It's a very large umbrella.
Quite, yes. And aside from that, there is a sort of rage-like state that certain vampires can enter once they reach a high enough level, but that is a power mastered only by very few vampires indeed.
I suppose I understand that. Wolves are like that all the time. Most of them, anyway. I, of course, prefer the more civil side of things.
Quite.
Not many of my people agree.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to getting to know you and your people better.
Me too. And I'll be sure to stop by and see what I can do about setting up a werewolf embassy, if you will.
Yes, I think I'm sure my citizens would be very, very happy to see it.
Just your citizens?
Well, myself also, of course, but as a leader, one has to think of their subjects just the same.
I suppose that is true. Thank you for coming. Apologies it didn't turn out quite as well as I'd hoped.
Oh, it's fine, really. I just hope our next outing will be a more private and successful one.
Me as well.
I suppose you can write me or send me a telegram with the details of when and where exactly we should meet, but...
Indeed I will.
Well, I certainly look forward to receiving that, and of course the date itself.
Indeed. Does this mean if we've been on one date, we're planning another?
Well, I suppose then, at the very least, we would have to say that we are indeed dating.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I quite agree.
Well, I suppose I'll see you next time then.
Until we meet next time.
Until then.
Until then.
Good day. Eris.
Good day to you, Aiden. Oh my, well that certainly wasn't what I was expecting this afternoon to turn into. I still find it hard to believe that Aiden is sees me that way. I can't say that there's ever been anyone that shares that opinion of me. Yes, indeed, Bats, it was a date. Boyfriend, that sounds rather warm, I should say. Unfortunately, it'll take me quite a while to get back to Ariston, but I'm certainly glad I came. Well then, Bats, it'll probably be a while before we see each other again, but until then,